Hello and welcome to today's English lesson. My name is Stuart. In today's lesson, we're looking at comparative structures. So let's go to the intro. Now, today's lesson, as I said, is about comparatives, and I'm going to show you 4 specific structures that we use when we compare in English, and these are some of the more advanced comparative structures. Okay. Now, the first one we're going to look at is the as structure. So the as, adjective, adverb, as structure. Now, you might be familiar with this structure, so we'll go through this one fairly quickly. So the first example is, yo-yos are not as popular as they once were. Yo-yos are not as popular as they once were. When I was a kid, yo-yos came into fashion. They were really popular, and then they disappeared, and they sort of come back, and they go, and they come back. But nowadays, yo-yos are not as popular as they once were. Okay, so we're comparing now with before. The second example here, Federer, the tennis player, Roger Federer, is as good a tennis player as you will see. Okay? Now, this structure is a little bit different to the first one because we're putting a countable noun with the article in between the two as's. Okay? So, Federer is as good a tennis player as you will see. All right? Because we know that Federer is a good tennis player, perhaps the best. He's as good as you will see. Okay. Now, the second structure we're looking at here is a comparative plus and plus comparative structure. Examples. The first one, it's getting harder and harder to make ends meet, for example. It's getting more and more difficult. So it's getting harder and harder to make ends meet. Now, this structure here normally shows gradual increase or gradual decrease. In this example, we're showing a gradual increase, meaning that it's getting harder and harder, more and more difficult to make ends meet. And in the second example here, we can also see that we're showing gradual increase as well. So the movie got funnier and funnier as it went on. So it started off being not too funny, but it started to get funny, and then it got funnier and funnier as it went on. So it gradually got funnier. If we wanted to show decrease, we would probably use less and less. So the movie got less and less funny as it went on. Okay? Now the third structure here is the plus comparative, the plus comparative. Let's look at the examples. The cheaper the price, the more I will buy. So we imagine you go into a shop, you see a bargain, you try to deal or you try to bargain with the shop owner, and you say, the cheaper the price, the more I will buy. Okay, so we're comparing here. The cheaper the price of the goods, the more goods I will buy. And the other example, the hotter it is, the more I like going to the beach. The hotter it is, the more I like going to the beach. So for me to go to the beach, it needs to be hot. The weather needs to be good. The weather needs to be hot. The hotter it is, the more I like going to the beach. And the last comparative that we're going to see here, number 4, is more or less than plus adjective, adverb, or determiner. And the 2 examples that I have here. My boss was more than happy with the results. He was more than happy. And the second example, I was less than pleased with the outcome. Okay, so I wasn't very pleased or I was displeased with the outcome or the result. So again, more or less than plus adjective, adverb, or determiner. My boss was more than happy with the results, meaning that he was very happy. And I was less than pleased with the outcome, meaning that I was displeased. Okay. Now, thank you very much for watching. Remember to leave a comment below, and also remember to share this video on social media if you liked it, Facebook, Google+, Twitter, whatever your social media form of choice is, please share. That's the end of the lesson. Have a good day, and I hope to see you next time.